Hi, I'm Jennifer, host of your Mind Body Practice Tribe, and this is our Monday Mindset and Motivation video. Today, I'm just going to give you this idea to play around with this week, and it's something called the law of sacrifice. It's a universal law that we must sacrifice the lesser for the better. So if there's something that you're really, really wanting and you're kind of stuck and you're not being able to get it, get curious about what might be getting in your way. And most likely you're holding on to something, and that gripping, that holding on to it, even if it's like gripping onto a desire for wanting it, that tension, that gripping is likely a big part of what is preventing you from succeeding. So I'm not going to give you any, really concrete examples because I want you to get curious about this and find your own examples and just consider this idea. Maybe as you're practicing, notice when you're getting caught up in something. And ask yourself, well, what can I let go of here? What do I want? And how is what I'm holding on to perhaps getting in my way? You may not have the answer right away, but if you have the intention and you're curious about what you might need to sacrifice for that bigger, better thing that you want, then it's likely to show itself to you. And again, a hint is that you're probably holding on to something, believing, it's probably a belief that you need to go for something by doing something. And whatever that is probably what you need to let go of. So take a gambling chance, as Marjorie Barstow used to say. She was Alexander's first trainee, first person to graduate from his Alexander Technique training course. She used to say, take a gambling chance. Just try and find out and see. I've been playing around with this idea, this law of sacrifice recently in many different senses. Letting go of things that I've been doing, for instance, for a long time, or things that have been in my life for quite a while that need to be let go of to make room. That's the thing. When you're holding on to something, it takes room, it takes mental room, it takes thought space in your brain, and it also takes energy. Right? So if you want something bigger, better, new, you kind of need to clear out that mental space and give room for the new thing to come in. And sometimes that's pretty hard because it's scary to know, is that new thing actually going to come to fill that space? So trust is a big part of it too. So I think that's about all I've got for you today. I think it's plenty. It's a big one. The other thing I wanted to say, we are living through the coronavirus right now, this crazy pandemic. And hi, Angel, I just saw you're there. Coronavirus. It does require us to sacrifice. I mean, just the fact that we're having to stay home is a bit of a sacrifice for most of us. For some of it's actually not. For some of us, it's not that hard to stay home because we're home most of the time anyway. But for a lot of people, not being able to go out and about and do things is a real sacrifice. But if you think about what you're sacrificing for, it's always for something bigger and better. And you just have to go through the sacrifice and give up those things that are really not as important as the bigger thing. So that's a global example, right? But think about how this applies to your musical practicing and any other area of your life. What could you let go of and give up to make room for something bigger and better? And maybe not even bigger, but better. So try it out and see what you discover. Maybe put a little post-it somewhere where you're going to remind yourself of this concept every day this week. that is our Monday mindset and motivation idea. So have fun playing around with it. Have a great, great week. And I'm going to be sending out an email just recapping a bit of what I said here later this evening. If you're not on my newsletter list, you're automatically on it if you've ever gotten any emails from me. If you have ever gotten a free download or any emails from me, my newsletter list is basically anybody who's ever signed up for anything. So you're probably already on my list. You're definitely already on my list if you've ever gotten anything from me before. If you haven't signed up for my list and you want it, you can go to my website and sign up for that, or just go to the announcement posts in this group, the Mind Body Practice Tribe, and go to sign up for something. You could go to my website, though. That might be the easiest to get on my newsletter list. It's www.artoffreedom.me. That's .me. So have a fantastic week and lots of love. Bye.